Hello and welcome to the vlog, and we're back at Thorpe Park today. Of course we are. It's our local park and we've got our Merlin annual pass, so we do end up here quite a bit. So we're going to be checking out, well, localish, 2 hours. It's the localish, closest one to us. That's the one, localist park. Sorry. So we're here today. We're going to be checking out all the updates, everything there is new, if there is anything new, that is. We do know that there, since we were last here, but I did sort of talk about this in the last vlog. Apparently Hyperia's got nylon wheels now, so it's been whipping around the track. So we're going straight down there first to go and try it out, of course. And also, I believe they put the nylon wheels to try and stop like the valleying, keep the speed going and stuff like that. And from what we saw this morning, we weren't here first thing, but from what we saw on the app, it was open at 10 o'clock first thing. So hopefully, fingers crossed, no more late openings, and hopefully now it's going to be a little bit more reliable. But so we're going to go and try her out, because apparently, like I said, she's whipping around the elements. We're going to see what's new merch-wise. Just basically see what else is going on around the park. Obviously Stealth's been closed for a little while, so we're going to have a little look over by Stealth and see what's happening over there as well, and have a little talk about that later. But let's get over to Hyperia and see what's going on, see if there's been much change with the nylon wheels, if it makes it feel that much different. Also, apparently the trim brakes have been cut right down. But I noticed that when we came for the blue light card day, and I said that on the blue light card vlog, didn't I? But I thought the trims had been cut right down because you didn't hit them as hard, did it? So let's go over to Hyperia and go and experience Hyperia. Chris and Hayley's idea, I like that. Chris and Hayley from Adventure Times. They're a brilliant channel, got a lot of respect for them too. So they're a brilliant channel, got a lot of respect for them too. They are good. And also, one of the other things, hang on, let's just watch her go around the set, because let's see if we can see a difference just visually. Oh yeah. Let's go see how she rides now. Also, one of the other things, a lot of people get very scared, very nervous about the fact that Hyperia's got lap bars. And there is a test seat out the front. So what I'm going to do is, once we've had our rides, is I'm going to sit and I'm going to show you why we think lap bars are better than over-the-shoulder restraints. And they are just as safe, and honestly they just make for a so much better ride experience, in our opinion. But we will go through that when we get off. So we'll see you in a little minute.
I ain't got anything in there.
Fair.
But they are a lot freer.
So yeah, but we'll go all through that in a little minute. We'll see you in a bit.
Is strictly forbidden in the Hyperia queue line. Thank you.
Going up into the station. Single rider queue looks quite dead today, but just going up into the ride station. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get another front row ride today. We've only had one front row ride so far. In all the times we've had a lot of back row rides, haven't we? But only one front row so far. So fingers crossed, we might get one today. You never know. So we've just come off Hyperia, we had row 4, we did have a little bit of a delay there. Some guy, bless him, had an epileptic seizure on the train, but the staff dealt with that really well and really efficiently, didn't they? Got everyone out of the station, got him off nice and safely. Obviously it's always, if you've you've got underlying health conditions, just be aware that obviously you are putting your body through some elements and through some endurance. So obviously just be careful with that. We'll have a little look in the Hyperia shop and see if there's any new merch. If there will be. I think we've covered most of merch. Charm bracelets. It doesn't look like. Let's have a quick look over this on this bit over here. If there's anything new. Or I don't know what they know. I don't know if I can remember seeing them last time. Quite nice. Water bottles. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same as there was last time. Still got the Hyperia resins. See, I'm still not keen on them. I do prefer these ones, but £18 a lot for quite a small resin. And then this one, I don't really like this one. So, yeah. Like I said, not a lot of update in the merch, to be quite honest, so just a quick tour around the shop. So like I said earlier in the vlog, Hyperia does run on a lap bar restraint system. So I just want to sort of show you how that works. I'm going to pass the camera over to Cam. Hopefully you'll still be able to hear me. So with the Hyperia restraints, because like I said, a lot of people do get quite nervous. Once you sat in, a little bit closer, just so you can hear me. And the restraint comes down. So it's not like a lap bar that goes across in that way. It's like a clamshell that really pulls down into your body and holds you really secure and really tight. I mean, you can see like there's no way I can't even pull myself out. And how the actual lock-in system works is that it's all done with like sort of an electronic system. I'm not too technical minded on it, but basically when it leaves the station, it locks into place and it can't be like unlocked until it re-enters the station and into that area, which would be all in this back element here and where it would all be controlled. So if you are thinking of coming on Hyperia with sort of, and you're worried about the lap bars as such, it's really nothing to worry about. It does add to the ride experience. Obviously when you're on the standard sort of over the shoulder restraint roller coasters, you have the rattle where you can hit your head, but with this, all you do is fly into the bar, and it just makes it a more comfortable and a more enjoyable ride experience. Yes. So, but that's just our opinion. But yeah.
That was very rattling, that one.
Yeah, so we've never really, like a lot of people said about the rattle, but then a lot of the times when we've rid it, we've either been sort of like more towards the back, or like, but we was row 4, 5 there, 4, wasn't it? And yeah, we could really feel the rattle going round on that. And yes, it does go round those elements a lot quicker now. Like the hang time, it doesn't feel like you have that hang time moment anymore. Did you feel that? The hang time moment. It just didn't feel like it was there anymore. So yeah.
Attention to all those in Fearless Valley. Please be aware.
It's still good.
This includes sailing
it did feel really rough.
And to follow these instructions.
Yeah, like rattly. But either way, it was still good.
It should be like 4 when it's only a year older.
Yeah, that's very true. But still, it was still good. It does feel different now to me.
It's a lot farther.
The speakers are working here. But yeah, no, it does feel like a little bit of a different ride experience now. Still doesn't take away from the experience. The experience is just as good, but still, yeah, no, it was different. So we'll go and enjoy the rest of the day. We'll go and see what else there is that's new and updates and stuff like that. And we'll see in a little minute. just over in the island shop just to see if there's any new merch in here, which I believe there is, because I do keep an eye on the Merlin pages, so we do get to see sort of when there's new stuff out. So what we got? Got a new pin badge, which is quite cool. It's all the islands separated. Oh, okay, so it's not even one pin. I thought it was one pin, but it's not. Look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pins with all the different islands. So you've got Hyperia, Colossus, Saw. That's quite cool, I like that. How much is that one priced at? And also, I did notice this last time we was here, but I didn't actually mention it in the vlog. They've now repriced and done it in a different way. So, oh no, it's not on that one. Where is it? There was a little price list. Ah, here it is. So it tells you the colour of the background, tells you how much the pin is. So the yellow one, which is the big Thorpe Park one, is priced at £16. It's quite expensive. The orange backings are £10. The purple backings, like these ones, which are the ride cars, are £8, and then your teal ones up here are £6. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that new on there. That's quite a new. I think that was new. Saw cars, they're quite cute. And obviously the big. So I don't know what price they would be, because obviously they've got black backgrounds. So, and there's no prices on them. And then obviously we've got the mystery pin badges that they're now doing, which is like soda cans, but then they're all themed to the different rides, which I like the idea of, and I do love the pins, but the only thing is you get sort of doubles and then you have to try and swap them, or if you want to try and collect the whole series, and that can get a little bit frustrating. But yeah. So what's this? Thorpe Park playing cards. I think they're new. Got your Merlin ones. Awesome. Standard last year ones. Oh, they're new, I think. New stealth magnets. And new Saw the Ride magnet. All the resins. They're all the old ones. Patches, they're quite nice, the iron-on patches, which if you've got one of the jackets, they're quite good to customise. I think that's about it for in here for updates on what there is. I think what's this over here? Some new pens, which go with sort of like the vibe and pattern that they're trying to go for now, which I'm still not too keen on. Shorts, £38. I still think they're really expensive for a pair of shorts. I mean, they feel like they're good quality, but I still think that's quite a bit much. So yeah, that's a little update in the shop. And now I think what we'll do is we will... Wait, that's well loud. Is we'll go and have a look around the rest of the park and see what other updates there are to take in. So before we get over to Stealth, one thing I just sort of wanted to add is I just wanted to quickly talk about Ghost Train and the experience. Obviously, when it originally opened, it was meant to be like a VR experience, and they took that out and they made it sort of like an attraction-based experience.
VR's never really worked for that theme park stuff, has it?
I was literally just about to say. So VR for me in theme parks, we had Galactica, Galactica at one point, which didn't really work. I did it, it was fun, but...
Was it actually air or Galactica when it was VR?
Galactica.
It was air and then
yeah, then it themed over to Galactica because it was flying through space.
and then
Yeah, so the one thing I wanted to say, right, with VR, like I said, doesn't really work at theme parks, apart from we did, if you haven't seen our vlog already, I don't actually think we actually put it in because it was the second day we did it, which we was just chilling with people. But we did over at Portaventura World. What was it called? Hysteria.
Yes, that one. I was just thinking of what it was.
So, and it wasn't VR. It was VR, but it was augmented AR, augmented reality. So it was like a mixed reality. So it was reality put in with virtual reality. So you walked around the experience with a virtual headset on.
And there was MetaQuest headsets, like proper headset, not like just a third party one. I put MetaQuest 3 headset, the latest one.
And it was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? Like the whole experience absolutely just blew us away from that, didn't it?
Even with yours, no, because you couldn't actually, because obviously you got prescription. Could you actually see on it properly?
I could still see. I had prescription glasses and I wasn't able to wear my sunglasses. They asked me to take them off. But I was still able to see everything and enjoy it. And my God, that was such an experience. Like the way that they interacted the storyline into the actual park as well. Like, that was absolutely mind-blowing. If they would have used something, I was having a little chat with Michael Bolton over on Scare Tour about this, and apparently that's what Ghost Train was meant to be like. And if we would have had something like that, and it was based around the Ghost Train, that would have been absolutely phenomenal. But it's not what we got, so can't really base it on that. So I just don't ever see the point in Ghost Train. If they did something like that and updated it to that extent of like they have done Hysteria, like wow, wouldn't that be an experience? It was €7, so it was an upcharge. It was €7, but it was worth the €7.
I reckon that is good because of the fact that obviously they're expensive stuff.
Hey, you have to speak louder.
Hold on, let's just go past.
Huh?
Jesus.
What did you say? It's gone. It's gone. So, we're over here now by Stealth.
It probably cost €7. I remember. It probably cost €7 because obviously the equipment you're using is expensive stuff.
Yeah, and it was worth the €7, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
So, right, we are over here now by Stealth, which is currently all closed off. And if you can just see over there, there is a crane in place for Stealth. We're not too sure. There is obviously rumours that, Stealth could possibly, this is no quote or anything, so please don't quote me because it's literally just rumours that Stealth could be, or Rita could be sort of going at some point soon. More for the pure fact of the way that the launch works. The way that the launch for Stealth works is a very old system, so apparently the parts are very hard to come between or come by. So from what we've sort of heard through the grapevine, listened to and stuff like that, it's basically what they're going to be doing, or whichever way round it is, either Rita or Stealth. They're obviously trying to from what we've heard, like I said, this isn't factual, this is literally just rumours, that they're trying to take apart either from Stealth or from Rita to fix the other one, because the parts are so expensive now where they're not made anymore, these launch systems. So I was very lucky when we come here at the beginning of the season. I actually had a ride on it, and that's one thing that I would say for things nowadays. If you can get a ride on it when you can, get that ride on, because you never know if something could happen, when that could be your last ride. Especially what we saw this year. We saw a lot of rides just close without any notification, with no one sort of knowing anything. And
one of them.
So, and obviously sometimes it can't be helped.
This is why there's a whole bunch of rumours about what's going on with this, because
speculation. So
that's the very stuff I'm active in learning. There's so much of these parts that I'm quite to go to see, like people come in, I'm like an engineering career or something. You know what I mean? That's why they'll do the behind the scenes things and stuff like that, so then they can learn more about engineering. Someone who's interested in stuff won't even know about that straight away, or they'll be interested to know about it. Why not let people know about it?
Yeah.
And then very true. That person that's interested in this could be working for you 5-10 years, obviously, or like a couple of years if they're old enough to.
Yeah. So there you go. And I agree with Cam. Like, why not? Yeah, use it as a learning experience. So it looks like, I'm not sure if it's actually open or it's just testing. The Rumba Rapids is testing. Finally, I reckon it's testing because there's nobody in the boats. But then it is a quiet day here, so it could just be that it is quiet. We'll go and have a little look, see if it's actually open or not. But I haven't. Yeah, I just. Yeah.
Unless the weather's like 45 degrees in this country.
Yeah, I don't see the point in it, to be quite honest.
This is England. We're going to jump on Tideway for the sun's going to disappear in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you're going to be cold and wet and miserable.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit rougher than last year. Maybe they've turned the water up. Our rapids over here are so, I don't know, we did the Grand Canyon rapids over at Port Ventura and they were absolutely brilliant. Like, they were quite rough, we got wet, the waterfalls were brilliant on them. It's not actually opening. Open late May.
So it's not even on the app.
So fingers crossed it'll open soon, but it is testing, which is good to see, because I know a lot of people like the rapids. It's a nice sort of relaxing one that all the family can do.
Sure, I said that was supposed to open in April though.
I think it did, but you know, things change, things happen. So yeah, it's you know, is what it is. It's not open at the minute, but let's go and enjoy the rest of our day. We've seen most of the updates sort of that I know of. If we see anything else, obviously we will let you know of it when we're going round. But other than that, I think we're now going to enjoy the rest of our day. Now we've sort of seen all the little bits that we've wanted to see. Going to do some more coasters. We've had 2 rides on Hyperia already, row 4, row 10, which was brilliant. Still back row, it's still, yeah, it was rough. Like we have noticed.
Row 4 was janky, pretty much might as well have been on salt.
Yeah.
Row 10 is still rough.
Not as bad though.
No.
But then apparently that depends on what car you get as well.
Fair.
So yeah.
How do you even differentiate? Unless obviously you're like lapping it back to back, there's no queue. How can you even tell?
Because people do. Like the way that you'll like.
Is there something on the car, the trains are like...
Mate, listen, when we first started coming to theme parks, you was like, how is there any difference between day and night time? Now you're like, yeah, no, I can feel the difference. People know, like, these people, like, you know, people that love theme parks are here, they're riding it all the time.
Yeah, I get that, but how do you differentiate between the cars?
Yeah?
That's the part.
Because they've got train 1, train 2, they're written on them.
That's what I was about to ask, but where?
Front of the train. Yeah, it's written on the trains.
Now I know.
You'll notice all the... I went on that as well last time I was here. I'm not a lover of drop towers, but we did that. Obviously, actually, while I was talking about stealth, when we was over at Port Ventura World, I managed to get on Red Force, which is pretty much the same as stealth. It's just got a hydraulic launch instead of the... No, it's a limb launch. I can't remember. It's LSM, whatever. It's one of the launches. It's like the magnetic launch system instead of the cable pull system. And yeah, that was good. It was just over so quick, and it was a little bit like, oh, okay, done, dusted. Yeah, it was fun. It did, like the takeoff, the speed of like the acceleration was absolutely phenomenal. And the person that I actually rid it with, oh bless him, that was amazing. I rid it with some older guy, and it was his first time of riding it as well as mine. And like we were sitting there, like as it's come into like the brake run, was like, oh my god, that was amazing. Just had like this moment of connection, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And then also we was the other day for We was at Blackpool, you haven't seen that vlog. We was invited along for the Launchpad opening event, which we was very grateful for. That was fantastic. That was a lovely day actually. And I even got to meet a couple that were an elderly couple that were riding Icon, and it was the most sweetest thing I'd ever seen. It was so enduring. I saw them and I was like, I've got to have a little talk with them. So I had, bless him, my partner Cam, obviously he's, you know, me and Cam. That sounded really like a thingy then. Sorry.
I've been here before.
I have been in the vlogs all this time, you know. He went over and said to him, oh, like, can we just have a little chat with you? So we managed to have a little chat with them and ask them a few little questions, and that was lovely. They took the time to speak to us. If you haven't seen that little clip, that's either on our Instagram, it's on TikTok and on our YouTube. So go and check that out if you haven't already. Make sure you give us a follow across all of our socials. What is? Oh, we were just walking over to the Swarm and it is closed. Oh, hang on. It's going round.
Testing.
There's people on it.
Oh, no, it says closed on the app.
Yeah, don't listen to the app.
Opened up.
Don't listen to the app. Let's just go over and see what it's like. So we're going to go over.
That's what the app's for.
So we're going to go over. Is this? Yeah, it's recording. There's me. I just thought, oh my god, it's not actually recording. I'm just sitting here rabbiting away for no reason. So we're going to go over to Swarm. Hopefully we'll try and get onto the left side, because last time we read the left side, my god, that was intense, wasn't it? Do you remember last time we was here? It was like, whoa.
Exactly.
That was good last time we read it. I really enjoyed Swarm last time we read it. I don't know. Sometimes and some days you come to parks and you enjoy the rides more than others, and I think that's just because of like you as well, though. Like your emotions, how you feel, what you've been going through that day, and you know, there's a whole bag of things that contribute towards how you're feeling that day, the way you experience things and stuff like that. So you'll come one day and you'll think, oh, that ride was absolutely right. Or you'll then come and ride it again, like, wow, how did I not notice that last time? Or how did I not feel that last time? So
yeah, I'm kind of feeling the opposite about Hyperia. Like it's feeling a bit shit.
He's feeling a little bit rough. This is another little update actually. They have added an assistant dog relief area. It's quite a small area, but still it's something nice, obviously, for people that have got disabilities and stuff like that. They can bring their guide dogs along, and it gives them an area just for them to chill out. There's a water tap there so they can have some water. I'm assuming a little run round. That's quite a nice little bit actually.
Someone said something the other day, Swarm's pond's been drained.
Swarm's pond's been drained. Okay.
We'll have to have a look at that.
We'll have a little look. And also, oh, actually, we forgot to mention the Hyperia ducks.
Oh yeah, they've moved on.
They've moved on. Apparently, they're over by Swarm Island now. So.
I don't know if the pond's been drained. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's been drained.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, no, when we was here last time, there was some of the Hyperia area was fenced off, and that was because they had little ducks there, and they were nesting, and there was like little ducklings, and now we do believe that they've hatched, and they've sort of flown the nest, so to speak, spread their wings and flying away from Hyperia. Pardon all the puns, I know it's really cheesy. But, and apparently the ducks are over here somewhere now, apparently. I can't see them, but if we do see them, we'll add them into the vlog because they're cute. They are very cute. Doesn't look like there's any queue for the Swarm. This is one of the good things about coming on a weekday when the kids are at school. You get sort of short queue times, you get loads of rides in, and get to really make the most of sort of like the day. So let's go and have a little ride on Swarm, and we will see you when we get off. in Thorpe Park, Swarm Island is the best themed, in my opinion. Like, yeah, from the minute you walk in, it's like, where, okay, what's happened here? Apocalypse. Yeah, no, I like Swarm's theming. It'd be nice if we could see a bit more of this like level of immersion of theming on some of the other things. Imagine if they put this level of detail into Hyperia or something like that.
Just the park in general.
Especially when we've just come back from Ventura and seen how well that's themed. It's, you know, like...
If Siam Park, which is apparently not even a theme park, can be themed like this, why can't this an actual theme park?
Yeah, no, completely true. Completely true.
If Siam Park is categorised as a theme park.
So let's go over. Let's go over to the other side. The other side's better. Hey, hey, hey! So let's go down. And I think we're going to try and go for a back road ride. That was brilliant last time we did this back road. Yeah, might as well, there's no queue. Let's go jump. So we just had a back road ride on Swan, and like I said, when it's this quiet, it's just so nice because you can sort of either wait for the seat that you want, or you know, you don't sort of get on to thingy. Now I said over there the lake wasn't drained, but as we was going round, we noticed it just over here. But it is, like, it's all drained out. I don't know whether they're doing some maintenance work to it or what. It's a shame because I liked this little bit as you sort of fly around and see the water, especially when the splash effect used to work. I'm sure there was a splash effect there, wasn't there? Yeah, I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, no. So let's put in a little bit of off-ride footage of the Swarm. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, that there used to be an effect as you used to go around, it used to like splash up towards you. And also, when we started coming at the beginning of the season, I think last year as well, it used to really slow down on the brake run, but it didn't feel as slow then. Because it used to get really slow, and it's like, oh my god, is it even going to make it back into the station? But yeah, no, it seems to have not be as slow, so I don't know whether they've just put the trim brakes down or what. But yeah, no, that was enjoyable, enjoyed that. I'm not sure what else. We'll have oh, that's what else we've got to do. We've got to have a little look around
Danish, basically.
Megastore. Yeah, no, like Cam just said, look at. I mean, yes, okay, it fits with the theme because obviously it's apocalyptic, and it's meant to be like disaster and that. But yeah, no, obviously as well. Do you remember when that used to say take a flight into hell, and now it just says paradise? So visually pleasing. I think the way like it wraps round and you can sort of like stand in it, see it like swooping and swarming around the area. I like Swarm. I do like it. It was your favourite here, wasn't it, to start with?
He still is like second favourite.
And we fair.
Better than our home.
We still need to bring my little nephew back, Caden, we bought him at the beginning of the season for the blue light card day, but it was actually Swarm was shut at that point, so he didn't get to ride it, but that was the one he wanted to do the most. So we've got to make sure we bring him back and get him to experience Swarm for a first time, and hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, get him on Hyperia. If you've not already given him a little follow, go and give him a follow. He is Theme Park Duck on YouTube. I'll tag him. I will tag him. I'll put a little thing in his little app thing. Give him a little follow. Bless him. He does really well with his content, and yeah, he's good at vlogging, isn't he? He actually took over a little bit of my vlogging, the last one we did at Thorpe Park, which was the blue light card day one. So if you haven't seen that one, go and check that one out, because that was quite cute. That was his first ever time of coming here and experiencing this all.
The thing is the fact that kids can just jump behind the camera and just be like, yeah, that's me, let's go.
Yeah,
I would never even dreamt having that confidence when I was 12 years old, 13 years old. No.
And this is the thing, isn't it? It does take a little bit of confidence to do it, because...
But then obviously kids nowadays, obviously they've got cameras, they're literally in front of cameras from day one.
Yeah, and I mean, our generation sort of wasn't, we were sort of like the mid-generation where it was coming in, but...
a bit 90s.
Yeah, 90 babies. But yeah... you know, it takes a lot of confidence to do something like this, so don't ever be scared to go and do it, because at the end of the day, I know it sounds stupid, but you get used to people looking at you whilst you're walking around talking to yourself or talking to a camera, and you do get used to it eventually. And yeah, I mean, at first it's a bit like, oh my god, everyone's looking at me and whatever, but at the end of the day, if it's what you want to do and it's what you're passionate about, do it.
And if anyone's genuinely interested, like, walk up. What's your channel?
Yes.
More 9 times out of 10, or get this, obviously get yourself more established, get the little t-shirts and stuff going. Especially if you're like a younger person, obviously look at the following dads, because of obviously like the demographic that comes from the park. That's his age range.
And the thing is as well, you can sometimes a lot within the community, so to speak, there can be a lot of like negativity, so to speak. And like I said, don't let that put you off either. No. At the end of the day, you know, do your thing, be a little bit unique, do your own, you know, do your own style, enjoy what you do, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's about having fun, you know. Yes, we all have our opinions when we come to theme parks. Yes, we all have our favourites, and we like this one better than that one. But it doesn't make your opinion any less valid than somebody else's, because at the end of the day, like I've already said,
this is why it's called an opinion.
And not only that, like I've already said as well, you know, people will experience things differently on different days, depending on how they feel, their mood. You know, they may have had a row the night before, or they might not have. They may have had a really good night the night before, and it will just affect how you feel sort of on that day, wouldn't it? It really will. So
even up to the minute you're on the damn ride, look at Shane, literally like give it a very big, I want to go to Shambhala. No. On the ride and
off.
Yeah.
Gone.
But
right.
Cool, fair enough. Because I was feeling like that on stealth.
Yeah, fair. So we're just over in the Thorpe Park mega store. Let's just have a little look around here. Probably won't spend too long going around the shop, because I don't think there's actually too... Yeah, we tend to spend a lot of money.
In all fairness, the stuff isn't actually worth the money.
Yeah, the stuff, some of it's okay. That's quite nice, actually.
I like the Thorpe Fox.
I like that.
The giant one back.
As we're just sitting there going, oh, it's not actually, some of it's not that good this year. That's quite nice.
I like the little bottle.
And another thing, I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but the ride car is actually going the wrong way round on the stealth track.
No, why has nobody noticed this or pointed it out? Who pointed it out to us?
I can't remember. But yeah,
someone did.
Just the Source stuff, Hyperia stuff, sort of your standards. I mean, it's normally like pin badges and things and t-shirts and... Oh, hang on. No, this is new. Look, we now have a Thorpe Park colouring book. Colossus, Nemesis, Swarm. This is new. Hyperia.
Colouring books, cool.
So obviously you have got one of these at Alton Towers as well.
That's cool, yes.
So they've obviously introduced it here as well, which is quite nice if you like doodling. And there's a sale on, what's this? Oh, that's the jumbo bottles.
Oh, that's cool. have separate badges?
Yeah, I did that up in the other bit, up in the shop. And I also said, look,
That's cute. I like it. How much is it?
15, 16 quid. Yeah, I know, but then it's 5 pin badges, isn't it?
Yes.
If you look at it that way, but yeah. But the only thing, look, I did say, oh no, they have got the saw ones there as well. It's all right, because I was going, look, they've got all these, look, teal, purple, yellow for the pricing, but then they've got these ones on a black background, so that just messes that up. But yeah, Stealth, I think that's a new magnet.
I like this one though. I like the bigger pin badges. They should start doing that more.
Yeah, I think that's a new key ring as well.
Like the Hyperia got this one. This.
Not really that good quality, but.
Where's the goddess?
Huh?
The one with the Hyperia goddess. Imagine like that size.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Tiny.
They haven't got the Hyperia one here. That's over in the Hyperia shop. But yeah,
that size one, that'd be cool.
May pop back.
It's bigger than the key ring, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
it may pop. Yeah. May pop back in a little while and may have to pick up the new pin badge. I think that's new as well, actually.
Yes, they are.
So yeah, let's have a quick look over here. Sorry, we just end up just homing in on the. What's that? End up homing in on the. Bottle opener. It's quite cool. I end up homing in on the pin badges because I'm a pin badge collector. Mugs, magnets, mugs, nothing new there. All the Thorpe Park stuff. Oh, we've got some more Candy Pip stuff. We've got Candy Pip lanyards. So we've got the Hyperia colour scheme to it. Oh no, look, that's cute. Look, little barrel. I think they're new. What are they? Sweet, sweet logo, Thorpe Park Rock, mugs. Is that a mug? What is it? Or is it like a sweet? Is it a sweet? No, that's the mug. What is it? A sweet barrel?
Yes.
Oh, it's a sweet barrel.
I assume so.
That's cute. So they've obviously got the new Candy Pip stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a little update from the mega store.
This would be cool if they did like a bigger version, so you could have like a little storage box.
Yeah, or popcorn.
So like I said,
popcorn one.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. Oh, hang on. Maybe is that a sign that it's coming? Because look, I've just said that. Look, unpop popcorn, chocolate beads. Unless do they do popcorn here? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it. No, I don't think I have. But either way, there's now little barrels, which are quite cute.
I can't think so because you would see popcorn all over the place.
Yeah. So yeah, but maybe that's something that's coming. You heard it here first. If it is. So we're just over by what used to be Slammer and is now sort of the Deadbeat area, but obviously it's not because Deadbeat's in the back of where Walking Dead, I was going to say X No Way Out is then thinking of all the old rides, now I'm standing over it. But yeah, no, obviously this is a site that Slammer used to be standing in, which was the S&S Sky Swap, which was I think one of only 2 in the world. So, and I was lucky enough that I got to experience that when I used to come here a long time ago. I don't know if anyone else ever experienced it. If you did, drop your little comment in the comment section and let us know what you thought of it. It was a really intense ride, and by the looks of it from this sign, it looks like Deadbeat is going to be back again for next year, which yeah, Deadbeat, yeah. In all fairness, I didn't rate it last year. Did you? It's yeah.
I don't rate clubs anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
The one for Club C.
Yeah, the theming, the whole thing just didn't really vibe with us. Didn't really enjoy it that much. So it would have been nice to have seen something different. But as we know, Merlin have made some cutbacks with their sort of entertainment team in the this year. So I don't see that we'll be seeing anything new or different there for Halloween this year. but it would be nice to, and it would be interesting to see how the parks are going to be run over Halloween, because I did see and read somewhere else as well that Merlin have now brought in an outside company to do their entertainments. Obviously it used to be all in-house and sourced in-house, but it now seems like they've outsourced it, so it'll be interesting to see. But we'll be back for Halloween to check that out. That's one of the nice things about theme parks. Obviously you can come at different seasons and you'll get different vibes and that. Obviously this year it's very limited on sort of the types of events that they're doing because of the cutbacks that they've also sort of introduced, as in the sort of, you know, they used to have like the Summer Vibe Festival, Carnival Festival and a few other ones, but they've obviously cut back on that. So I think we, just because it's got a 5-minute queue, we're going to head over towards Colossus and have a little go on that. Hopefully we'll get a little bit nearer the front so it's not as janky, because like I said, the Hyperia has actually been, it was running quite rough the last couple of times that we've had a go on it. More towards the back it wasn't as rough, but let's go and have a little go on Colossus, which was the world's first 10 looping roller coaster, which I'd never actually realised this until recently. Dragon Khan at Portaventura was the world's most inverted roller coaster at one point. Then it obviously got changed to Colossus, and then obviously now it's the Smiler at Alton Towers that holds the record for the world's most inversions. So there you go, that was a little bit of a history information. But yeah, no, Dragon Khan was brilliant, and when you look at how old that ride is, it really wasn't that rough, and we really enjoyed it. So yeah, I don't know if you actually knew that, but like I said, the people that they obviously stole the title for the world's most inversions from Dragon Khan, and then like I said, it was the Smiler after that. So fun little fact there for you. So there's a little bit of a queue for the front row, so I don't think we'll be going for that, but we'll just go for a normal ride, and hopefully it won't be too rough, fingers crossed. Although it is, normally the last couple of times I've been on it, it's been really head banging and oh, look at this, look, just people queuing for the front row. So hopefully straight on, I reckon. Two. So I did mention this in my other vlog, but I've got to say again, I absolutely love this t-shirt. Sorry, I've got loads of drinks in my hand. We're carrying loads of stuff. £35 though. Oh, it's embroidered on the back, but it's only like printed at the front, so I don't know how long that would last, but I do like that. But quite pricey at 35. And this one's quite nice. The little Colossus thing on the back, and then you've got Colossus 10 times written on the back, which is quite nice. But that looks a little bit more like a Hyperia t-shirt than a Colossus t-shirt. I think this is a new one as well. Quite dirty that one though, look at that. Look at the stain on that one. Wow.
How much discount for that?
That's really badly stained, look at that. Because they're trying to present that as like to sell.
Oh God. What is that?
No idea. I don't know if you know, that t-shirt's really badly stained.
We got discount on that. Worth a try.
Yeah, that's the new t-shirt. They've got the Colossus patch. I think that's new actually. The iron-on patch. Yeah, that's new. No, not the patch. I've got the pin badge, not the patch.
You have got the badge, mate.
Not the Colossus one.
Yes, you have.
It's new.
You bought it, mate, on opening day.
No, did I?
Yes.
I don't think I have. We'll have to check when we get home. Yeah, but we had a back row ride. Rough, always is. But so intense, actually. So intense. Fun.
现在是哪个？
think-
那个要多长时间？
We're going to go and jump on Hyperia again.
就我要这所有观众跟我买了吧？那个开了没？
Yeah. Since Hyperia's opened, we sort of tend to, well, I tend to prioritise. Although, like I said, we still haven't had another front row ride. We've had literally one in the time that all the time we've ridden Hyperia, which is a lot. Last year we rid it a hell of a lot, and also this year we've also rid it quite a few times already. But yeah, we've only had the one front row ride, so hopefully. But when we did have that front row ride, it was on the golden hour. Was it the golden hour days they were doing at the time last year? There was an event where just before Halloween they was running till 10 o'clock at night, so you got to do the rides at night, and we got to have a night ride at the front. So it would be nice to have a day ride at the front as well. Because like I said, we've had loads at the back now, loads in the middle, but literally just that one on the front. There she goes. Then in comes Colossus. So I think this is new. I'm not 100% sure, but they've added Planet Donut, and we noticed another one round by Colossus as well, didn't we?
Yes.
Just as you walk in by Colossus. So
I think the one by Colossus is new, but they've just replaced Project D.
do you reckon? Yeah. Do you reckon Planet Donut has been like a little bit of a pun on Planet Coaster? Because even the logos sort of look the same. Who knows? Who knows? So we haven't done Nemesis yet. Still got Nemesis to do. Might have a little ride on that. We've done Swarm. We've done Colossus. We haven't done Saw. But yeah, again, that's another rough and janky one. I'm sure we might get another little go. So we're going to go and see what row we get this time on Hyperia. See the fabulousness. We've just walked in there. I literally split in between us. Definitely see it's definitely not hitting that trim brake as hard anymore, but it's going to experience Hyperia again. So I think we've just had our last ride on Hyperia for the day, and do you know what? Yeah, it's running so differently. I know, I can understand why people are saying it now. You don't hit the trim brake as hard. You're whipping around those elements so quick. Yeah, the only thing that I think they really do need to do is they now need to add a front row ride queue. Like I said, we've had so many rides. I think we've at least about 70 or 80 rides on it now, and we've had one front row ride, one. And we would be so happy to queue and wait for that front row ride. But yeah, look at that. You can just see that it's just whipping around those elements at the minute. Like, you're not getting that hang time when you're up in the air anymore, which is a shame, but it is what it is, you know. It's still an amazing experience and still the best ride in the UK. So yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If you've not experienced this ride before, then you need to get down here and experience it for yourself, because it is. It's phenomenal. Like, there is no other ride experience that's quite like it, in my opinion. Do you know what though? I'm sorry. What is this all about? This bloody flamingo? Like, it really does look like they've just bought it from B&M and then just whacked something in. Like they've been down the range and bought a bit of feeling with that. Just.
Filthy, isn't it?
Huh?
Filthy.
Yeah, the area is filthy. Like, yeah, I know. Look.
I wouldn't touch it. Spiders.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll get one here. Understandably, they clients are teenagers and stuff. Well, people come here to try and appreciate the theme as well.
I didn't actually notice this last year, but I'm assuming it probably was there, and I haven't noticed it. But you've got a few of like you've got Mac, obviously the ride manufacturer. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can see on there that I actually recognise. There's not. Nero. No, I'm thinking of Cafe Nero. But yeah. Dark Side. Yeah, Mac. That's the only one I really. Oh, King Lift. I'm assuming probably something to do with the lift hill. Huh?
B&E.
Never heard of B&E. Obviously B&M I've heard of, but so yeah, just a little geek moment there. Sorry. But I think, I'm not sure, we might get one more right. I don't know what we're doing now, but we are coming to the end of our day. It's now coming up for 5 o'clock-ish.
Next ride is 20 past 4, so
Yeah, may have one more, don't know, we'll see.
we've got 5 minutes.
5 minutes. We'll go around and have one more quick go before we make a move, and then we'll be heading out through the dome and wrapping up the vlog. So yeah, we will see you in a little minute once we've had one more ride. You never know, like I said, hopefully we might get that front row ride. Never know. Had enough attempts at getting it. Fingers crossed, you never know. That would just finish the day off nicely if we did, but we will let you know. I don't reckon we will. Fingers crossed. So that's it for us from the day. It's been a lovely day. It's obviously been a school weekday, so it has been very quiet. We've got loads of rides on Hyperia. We managed to have a ride on Swarm, have a look around at all the updates that there is in the park. Yeah, it's just been a nice day. It's obviously, we come here quite a bit, so we don't vlog every time because we've got our Merlin annual passes, so we do end up just coming up here quite a bit. And I think that's the reason why you end up seeing so many vlogs from like Thorpe Park and Alton Towers and places like that. Obviously they are the main attractions for the UK, theme park wise, but obviously when you look at like the Merlin annual pass, the amount of attractions that it's got, it is quite good value. You know, we get our money's worth. If you're that sort of person, you can get your money's worth out of it and really make it worth your while.
No, if you like going to the attractions and stuff, you are honestly a bit stupid if you don't get an annual pass. No offense to people's.
Yeah.
But if you have enough time to go out and you're paying like what, 5 times you come here, say like go like.
Yeah, I was going to
say. like half-term days, it's going to be £60 a ticket. Five times you come here, that's an annual pass.
Yeah, I mean, we've, I think we've literally paid for our passes sometimes within like a month or two, haven't we?
Yeah, we've literally paid for our passes this year. And the season started like 2 months ago.
Let's go over that way, so we've got to walk upstairs that way. We'll walk through the dome then. Yeah, so like Cam said, you know, it is worth having the annual pass, especially if you do like visiting these places, because you don't obviously just get the theme parks, you also get what they call the midway attractions. Obviously they are cutting down on them, but it used to be Sea Life Centre. You've still got all the dungeons, Cadbury World,
London Eye, £45 per person.
Yeah,
disgusting.
it is.
I would never go on the London Eye if I didn't have an annual pass.
Yeah,
I'm not paying 50 quid to go look at London.
yeah, no,
I'll go to
very
a tower block.
very, very true. That very
Just
true.
Walk upstairs to a tower block, look at and see the same what I do on London.
Bil med verksamhet.
And also, I don't know, I didn't actually mention it earlier, but treat yourself to donuts, Planet Donut. Obviously I mentioned it earlier down near Colossus,
Treat yourself.
but I think this is a new one, or a new stall. Jammy D Dodgers. It'd be nice if they did some like theme. Huh? New? They did.
the theming and stuff is new, but I'm sure they were taken over from Project B since like opening day, but it's all just been a little box standard design now, so the theming and stuff with it.
Maybe. I can't actually remember. But either way, like I said, we've had a lovely day here at the park.
They don't really do donuts, do they?
Huh?
Donuts are just expensive.
Yes, they are. Donuts are expensive, especially when you look at like the designed ones, so to speak. Because they did themed ones, though, like a Hyperia one and...
Yeah, but if they did, they'd just take the price.
Yeah, they would take the piss on the price, you know. Yeah, true.
How much is Jammy B one? What, Jammy Dodger? What's £8?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, that's no thing.
Yeah. But either way, it's been a good day. We've enjoyed it. You can make it as cheap or as expensive as you sort of want, really.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you've got an annual pass, it can be a really, really cheap day.
Literally, if you've got an annual pass, all that's cost us today is Burger King.
Yeah, lunch, and even then you can bring a packed lunch.
Yeah.
Or the other thing you can also do is just not eat, wait till you get home. So,
in all fairness as well, we had Burger King got on Colossus that did.
Also, I always have also mentioned it in the other vlogs, but if you're a blue light card holder, remember you also get discount at Burger King.
Yes.
So that's our day here done, and
also if you are a carer or you have like disability or whatever, you can get a carer pass.
Yep.
So basically, if you get annual pass, you're getting 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
You just have to like send off your pitfalls and stuff like that. Obviously, prove you're eligible for it.
And then you need the carer with you for your day out. So that's us for the day. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, I just stepped on Cam's foot. And we will see you in the next vlog. I don't know which that's going to be actually. We will pass. We'll find out very, very soon. But we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.